Ooh, what's going on, Ezra?
That makes no sense at all.
Oh, it bloody doesn't at all, mate, does it?
Check my numbers.
You bloody should. You should turn on your Bunsen burner too, mate, while you're at it. G'day guys, how's it going? This is Jordan. Welcome back to Hitman 2 Silent Assassin Suit Only Master Difficulty Basic Equipment Loadout run through all the levels, and we're up to Colorado for the mission Freedom Fighters. We're going with our basic loadout, and our targets are Maya Parvati, Ezra Berg, Penelope Graves, and Sean Rose. So, let's get into it.
Welcome to Colorado, 47. The militia has taken up HQ at an old apricot farm and appear to be training for a series of coordinated strikes, ranging from cyber attacks to full-blown guerrilla warfare. The Shadow Client appears to unite specialists and radicals from all over the map. Mercenaries and terrorists, hackers and spies joined by an unknown common cause. Satellite scans indicate that the command room is below ground inside an old tornado shelter. Only Rose appears to have access, however, so to get inside, you will need to get creative. This environment is hostile and highly alert, so tread carefully. Good luck, 47.
Okay, so we're starting in the default location, which is the southern farm perimeter, which is actually one of the best places to get into the level. We jump in through this window here. Now we have to keep an eye out for a few of the guards just to our left over here. There's these two guys, and then there's this bloke over here who's always either having a slash or having a smoke. At the moment he's having a slash. And he's going to shake it off. That's the way, mate. Don't want to get your nice combat pants all bloody wet. Now he's going to have his smokes, and now we can sneak around him without too many issues. We're going to stop by this tree. We're going to shoot the camera on the side of the barn there. We're going to move closer in because there's another camera on the other side that we have to take care of. There we go. And let's just keep moving so nobody comes along and sees us. We stick behind these hay bales here. Now Sean Rose moves through this area, but we're not going to hit Sean Rose out here. We're going to need to hit him in the house. So we're going to sneak behind these hay bales. We're going to distract this guard. This is where I realised I didn't turn the radio back off, which I like to do. I don't like to let the character that I'm distracting turn off the radio. I like to do it myself. So then when I knock him out, I don't accidentally have the radio left on, and it serves as a distraction for somebody else to come over and have a look. So ordinarily I turn the radio on, then turn it straight back off, but that's fine. We got away with it. He turned it off for us. Now I'm going to shoot this camera over to our right. You don't need to do this. It's not necessary to shoot that camera. If I did it again, I would not shoot that camera, because all it does is get those guards looking in your direction while you're trying to sneak through. And the camera does not capture you. As long as you hug against this wall, the camera's not an issue. But that's fine. We're all good. That's it, fellas. Don't even worry about it. It was nothing, boys. Not even worth worrying about. So there's Maya Parvati. She's going to be our first victim of the day. So I'm going through trying to pick up as many objects as I can. The screwdriver is going to be used just for distractions. There's a wrench in this garage here that I absolutely need for later in the level. And I need to get this mechanic out of the way here. There it is. I made sure to grab that. We 100% need that wrench. So I'm going to drop down a shotgun. I'm going to distract this guard who's working on the car and bring him over here and knock him out, because I need this area to actually stage our attack on Maya Parvati. Now I'm just waiting for him to finish his smoke break. It seems like I'm forever waiting for people to finish smoking on this level. Here we go. That's it, mate. Now he's within range where we can chuck this shovel and get him moving over here, and then he'll see that shotgun and come in to investigate. Strange noises, mate. What could it be? You'd better come over and check her out, eh? Here he comes. Oh, what's that, mate? Is that a shotgun on the ground? What? There we go. We picked ourselves up another shotgun. Look at us, mate. Winning all over the joint. There it is. I make sure that I pick them up just so that another guard doesn't randomly see them and get in the way. So here I'm making sure we have a nice clean path between us and where we need to be. And where we need to be is right out the front of that barn there. We're going to shoot down that hay bale and drop it right on Maya's head. But I do not like this spot we're in. This guy is moving around the van, can see us when he moves around. So we're going to move closer towards the barn. And then we're going to wait for Maya to come back out. And then we're just going to shoot that rope and drop it on her head. And I think I'm going to speed up the footage coming up here because there's a bit of a wait waiting for her to come back out again. So any second now we'll be going. There we go. So Sean Rose comes in, has a word with Maya. She's working away. Look at her, busy as a beaver. Come on, love. Don't you want to take a break? Go for a walk under a hay bale? Okay, Sean Rose is buggering off. She's going to be on her way out any second now. Here we go. We want to wait until she's just outside the door. Shoot the rope. Done. Just like that.
Parvati is down.
So now we're going to head back out to the perimeter and move around the outside of the farm for a while. We just need to keep an eye out for that guard over to the left. Sometimes he comes over here for a piss. So you just have to make sure he's not in the area. It's pretty easy to get past these guys. Now this fella outside the gate, we want to make sure he's there, facing towards the fence. Then we can just move around behind him. And then we've got these boys over here. Now you have to make sure the timing of this can be a little bit tricky. So this guy moves off and he's going to have a look through some binoculars. And the guy behind him is, of course, going to have a bloody smoke. Now, I missed my chance there. I came a little too late, so I've got to wait for that guy that's standing up against the fence to start moving back over there. There we go. So now we're safe to get over here, pick the lock on this gate, and get through. And now we're moving over to the right to this little shed here, which is where Ezra Berg has his little chemistry set up, where he concocts his little chemical compounds for his interrogations. Now I'm waiting for these two guards to finish speaking to each other. I'm waiting for that guard inside the window to turn around so that I can distract this guard next to me and knock him out and stuff him in that crate. So there's a little bit of waiting here as well, waiting for these guys to get into position. Luckily Ezra's going to walk into the shed and he's going to distract that other guard inside. So it gives me a chance to get this guard out of the way. There we go, right there. Come on, mate. What was that?
Sweeping area. Over.
What was that sound, mate? Let's go. Look, there's Ezra. He's going to distract that other guard. Gives us a chance to attack this bloke. Get him into the crate. And then we need to wait for Ezra to leave so that I can take care of the other guard. And I'm probably going to speed this up as well because this is going to take a while waiting for these boys. They have a nice, long, bloody conversation. That's all right, fellas. Don't rush on my account. It's not like I've got shit to do. Okay, so any second now, Ezra should be leaving again. There we go. And we're going to use this fuse box to distract the guard inside to get him to come out. Beautiful. Come on, mate. Mate, you need power in there. How are you going to watch the video feed of the bloke being interrogated if there's no power? Okay, now we're going to climb through the window. Drop the gun on the ground to distract him. Hide in the cupboard. Wait for him to come back in and then knock him out. Easy peasy. But I do almost stuff it up. He does almost stop me. He almost catches a glimpse of me and stuffs the whole run up. Here we go. So he's going to notice the submachine gun. Holy shit, mate. What's the submachine gun doing on the ground? Oh, it's bloody shocking. There it is. Almost spotted me. Just got away with that. So we're going to stuff him in the cupboard. A lot of boys are going into the cupboard today. Okay, let's pick all this stuff off the ground. And this is where we make use of the wrench that we picked up earlier. Now I'm going to go around and... There we go. So we undo the nozzle on this gas tank. Now we need to get into the basement, knock out the person that's being interrogated, which will force Ezra to come out here and stuff around with his chemical compound. There we go. Take out that camera. Very important to take out that camera so we can get over to this gate and get out again. Ezra's going to come over, try to fiddle around with his chemical compound, and he's going to assassinate himself for us. Isn't that nice of him? Now there's a bloke over here, of course, having a bloody smoke that we have to wait for. We have to wait for him to start moving. Come on, mate. Enough with the cancer sticks. There we go. Now we can follow him along here. One thing we have to do here is make sure we're crouched and moving slowly, because we can get spotted if we're running here. So move slowly, stay crouched, and you'll stop just short of getting spotted there. Now we're moving all the way around so that we can get down into the basement of the house. We can pick this gate. This fella's not going to spot us. You don't have to worry about it. He's going to turn around and walk away. Shoot out that camera right there. Move closer in. Take cover in the bushes. And now we have to wait for Ezra to come out of the basement. And we have to wait for one of these guards that's in the basement to come out as well. So we'll probably speed this up as well. Come on, Ezra. There we go, mate. Get out there. And the guard down the bottom, we need him to come out as well. And I did stuff up the timing of this a little bit. You have to wait until they're both facing away from you, but I left it a little too long. And Penelope's talking with Ezra out the front. I should have waited for them to disperse so that Penelope can't spot me. But I was trying to get in quickly to get at Penelope Graves as soon as she enters the house. But it was just... it was too dangerous, so I decided to abort that. So she's over there talking with Ezra. She's actually the one that's spotting me, but it's going to stop just short of getting spotted there. So just got away with that. I got very lucky. We're picking the lock. We're going in. We're waiting for this guard to get into a position where we can knock him out. Turn around, mate. Come on, turn around. Promise I won't knock you out. Now he's going to lean against this crate. And done, mate. You are gone. So the fella in the room there is the one that Ezra Berg is interrogating. We're going to knock him out, which will force Ezra to come in here and see what's wrong. And then that will force him to go back out to the shed and fiddle around with his chemical compound. So all we do is press this button. Beep. Done. Come over here, grab the poison. For some reason, there was a weird skip there from the way that the PlayStation recorded the footage. There we go. Press the button this time. There we go. So Ezra's going to come back. And now we can wait for him to come back and then leave again. And our next target will be Penelope Graves. We're waiting for Penelope to come into the house. And then as she's heading on her way back out, that's our chance to grab her. Literally, grab her. Okay, here comes Ezra. Penelope's going in to speak with the hackers that are upstairs. We need to wait for that to finish. Ooh, what's going on, Ezra?
That makes no sense at all.
Oh, it bloody doesn't at all, mate, does it?
Check my numbers.
You bloody should. You should turn on your Bunsen burner too, mate, while you're at it. Get into it, mate. Go for it, Michael Myers. Enjoy yourself, mate. So now we're waiting for Penelope to turn around and start walking out of the house. And we have a very, very brief window to grab her here. What we're going to do is open the door. The door will cover us from the guys in that room seeing us. And we're going to grab Penelope when she decides to get moving. Okay, here's our chance. We let her get past the door. There we go. The door's covering us from sight. We grab Penelope and very quickly get her downstairs. Now, the guard upstairs heard that, but we have time to get her downstairs and out of sight before he comes down to investigate. And Ezra just killed himself for us.
Ezra Berg has been eliminated. Good work.
Isn't that nice of him, mate? Saving me all that work. So now we're just going to snap Penelope's neck. Nothing fancy. Stash her in the
Graves is
crate.
down. Excellent work, 47.
Thanks, Diane. She's been so supportive today. Now all we need is Sean Rose. Sean Rose is another one that we're going to take care of just upstairs here. So what we're going to do is go and tamper with that grandfather clock. Because Sean Rose has OCD, that's going to make him freak right out, and that gives us an opportunity to get to him. So we're going to go upstairs, use the door as cover again, tamper with the clock. Nothing like tampering with your clock. And we're going to jump in this crate and wait for, I think I waited for about 8 minutes for Sean Rose to make his way back. Don't worry, I'm going to cut that out. Here he comes. So he's going to notice the clock. He's going to freak out. We're going to use the poison syringe that we grabbed downstairs. Good night, mate. And now we should have just enough time to get him downstairs. Make sure the hackers aren't looking this way. Thank you, Diana. So we need Sean Rose's body to actually get out of this level. If you're doing it the way that the story wants you to do it. Indeed. There we go. Not anymore, Diana.
You need Sean Rose's body.
Yep, don't worry about it, Diana. All good. There we go. So there's absolutely no reason to drag him in here. He won't be found by the time we leave the level, but just for the sake of immersion, I like to try and just hide him behind this desk here. And that's it. Done. One of the most painful, frustrating, and very nearly my least favorite level in all the games. I hate this level, but it's done. It's done. Now we can move on with our lives. You can also tell by the very few challenges that I've done that I hate this level. Beautiful. Silent Assassin. All done. So now all that's left for Hitman 2016 is Hokkaido, which we're going to do in the next episode. And then we're moving on to Hitman 2. So thank you very much for watching, guys. If you liked the episode, please leave a like. If you'd like to help me grow the channel, consider subscribing. Any hints, any tips, any comments that you may have, chuck it down in the comments and I'll give it a look. But apart from that, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I will see you again next time in Hokkaido for our Silent Assassin suit-only run in Hitman 2. Thanks, guys. Bye.